If you're seeing this right now, it's no accident. You didn't just scroll here by chance. Something deeper, something quantum and intentional, pulled you to this exact moment. While 99% would swipe past and call it random, you paused. That means you're part of the 1% waking up to a truth most will never notice. The universe doesn't work on coincidence. Your consciousness doesn't attract noise, it draws what matches your readiness. And the fact you're here, absorbing these words, means you're prepared for a shift most aren't. You're not stuck, you're not powerless. And change doesn't just happen to you, it flows through you. Right now, something inside you recognizes this, not as an idea, but as a quiet knowing in the space between thoughts. You are not who you think you are. Reality isn't as fixed as you've been told. Here's what separates the 1%. Most wait for transformation to arrive with fireworks, big signs, dramatic breakthroughs. But real change happens in the silence, between breaths, in the stillness before sleep, in the pause when your mind stops fighting reality. You've been taught that growth needs struggle, that you must push, force, and hustle your way into a new life. But what if that effort is exactly what's keeping you trapped? Every moment you're choosing a reality, not with your will, but with your frequency. Your attention, emotions, and beliefs broadcast a signal, and reality, it mirrors that signal back to you instantly. Just by considering this, by opening to the idea that you influence your experience more than you knew, your frequency is already shifting. The quantum field around you is reorganizing, even if your mind can't see it yet. But here's the critical part. Knowing isn't enough. You can understand quantum theory, manifestation, the observer effect. But if you don't embody it, nothing changes in your life. Information without integration is just entertainment. Most stay stuck because they treat awakening like a concept to study, not a state to live. They try to think their way into a new reality instead of feeling their way into a new frequency. Now, this is where everything flips. The life you want, the version of you you're chasing. It already exists, not as a future goal, but as a real, accessible dimension of now. You just can't tune into it. Yet, think of it like a radio. The station is broadcasting clearly, but your dial is set to old you. To hear the new signal, you don't chase the music. You simply retune your receiver. And how do you do that? Not by forcing new actions, not by pretending, but by choosing, moment to moment, to operate from the consciousness of the person who already lives that reality. That version of you isn't in the future. It's here as a present possibility. Choose peace over panic. You're tuning in, trust over control. You're aligning presence over pressure. You're embodying. Most miss this because they expect alignment to feel huge. They wait for their outside world to change before they shift inside. But that's backwards. Your inner frequency shapes your outer world, not the other way around. Your environment isn't random. It's a mirror of your inner state. Your circumstances reflect your consciousness. Your life matches your energetic frequency. So waiting for the outside to change before you shift inside, that's like waiting for a mirror to smile first before you dare to smile yourself. Pause for a second. If this is resonating, type this in the comments. I choose to see what most cannot see. This isn't just engagement, it's a conscious break in the cycle of autopilot living. It's you signaling to the quantum field, I'm ready to operate from a higher awareness. Say it like you mean it. Let it land in your body as a vow to join the 1% who don't just consume truth, they live it. Now, here's what happens when you stop just thinking about this and start being it. Your reality begins reorganizing fast. Not because you're forcing outcomes, but because you've stopped blocking the universe's natural response to your frequency. You've quieted the noise, doubt, fear, impatience, control, and in that stillness, life starts aligning with who you truly are. The quantum field is always listening, always responding, but most people broadcast from unconscious states, worry, scarcity, fear, then wonder why their reality echoes those signals back. They ask for love while vibrating protection. They seek peace while running on anxiety. They pray for abundance while radiating lack. But when you realize your state of being is your prayer, your frequency is your vote, and your consciousness is your creative tool, everything shifts. Not someday, now, because you're no longer chasing, no longer waiting, no longer acting from lack. You're embodying the frequency of your desired reality, right now, regardless of what's happening around you, and that's where the magic lives. This isn't mysticism, it's mechanics. Quantum physics meets daily life. When your inner frequency matches your intended reality, the outer world must reflect it. Not because you manifested it through effort, but because reality forms around consciousness. Always, you are not separate from what you experience. You are the co-creator, moment by moment, through where you place your attention and the energy you emit. But most never cross into this truth because they demand proof first. They want to see before they believe. But breakthrough doesn't work that way. You must embody the new frequency before the new reality appears. You must live as the person who trusts before trust is justified. That's the leap. That's what separates those who transform from those who just collect insights. If this is stirring something deep in you, if it feels like remembering, then subscribe. Not just to this channel, but to this frequency. Join the field of creators who don't just watch reality unfold. They shape it consciously. You weren't born to survive life. You were designed to co-create it. Your natural state isn't struggle. It's creative awareness. Your default mode isn't reaction. It's conscious participation. But somewhere, you were taught to forget. You were told change takes time, growth needs pain, and reality happens to you. What if all that was just static, blocking your access to your true power? You don't need better circumstances. You don't need new opportunities. You just need to choose, moment by moment, to embody the frequency of who you're becoming, not replay the habits of who you've been. Do this consistently. Do it authentically. Live it, don't just think it. And your reality will shift fast, not because you forced it, but because you finally stopped blocking the universe's natural response to your consciousness. That breakthrough you're waiting for, it's not in the future. It's here, available right now, through one simple choice. Be the person who creates from possibility, not reaction. Who lives from awareness, not autopilot. Who embodies transformation instead of just talking about it. This is your moment, your invitation, your chance to join the few who know. Reality isn't fixed, change isn't. Slow. Transformation is always one conscious choice away. A lot of people confuse alignment with passivity. They think trusting the process means giving up on their dreams, but real alignment, it's the most powerful state you can operate from. True flow, the most efficient path to change. Authentic trust, the boldest act of creation. When you're aligned, the universe backs every move you make. In flow, every choice opens hidden doors. In trust, every step, even the confusing ones, leads you closer to what you seek. Now, here's a truth that'll either expand your mind or challenge it. Linear time is an illusion. Your mind uses it to make sense of life, but consciousness doesn't work that way. In the quantum field, all possibilities exist now. Your future self, already real, the life you want, already vibrating in the field of potential, waiting for you to match its frequency. You're not building a new reality. You're choosing which one to step into through where you place your awareness and that future you. It's not someone you become, it's who you remember once you drop the resistance blocking your access. Every obstacle, delay, or limitation, it's not punishment, it's feedback, showing you where your energy still clashes with your desired reality. These aren't roadblocks. They're invitations to align deeper. Here's where the real work happens, not in changing your circumstances, but in transforming your relationship with them. The 1% don't waver when things look uncertain. They hold their frequency, even when evidence says it's not working. Why? Because they know consciousness doesn't run on your clock. The universe follows patterns of perfection. Your mind can't map when you trust. That timing, delay becomes preparation. Detours become the perfect path. Time shifts from enemy to ally. Feel the difference. Instead of hustling to force outcomes, you embody the frequency of what you desire. Instead of banging on doors, you become the kind of person doors open for. Instead of making things happen, you allow them to unfold through you. This shift, from force to flow, control to trust, is what creates quantum leaps. It's how your life can transform so fast, you barely recognize it month to month. Because you're no longer broadcasting struggle, scarcity, or impatience. You're radiating calm certainty. Everything I need is already on its way. Perfect timing is unfolding. The universe is for me, even when it doesn't look like it. And one final truth the 1% live by. Your current reality is not proof of your limits. Your present circumstances do not define your potential. They're just a snapshot, not the whole story. Your past doesn't define your future. What you're living now is just the echo of frequencies you once broadcast, patterns you embodied before you woke up to your power. That means everything can change instantly, not in years, not someday, but as fast as you can truly embody a new frequency, as quickly as you surrender fear for trust, limitation for possibility, force for flow. But here's the key. This shift demands you let go of who you think you are so you can become who you actually are. Release the identity built from old pain. Stop defending the story of your limits, because you can't hold on to the past and step into a new reality. Consciousness doesn't run on contradictions. You can't vibrate lack and live in abundance. You can't cling to struggle and experience flow. You must choose, moment by moment, which version of yourself shows up. That constant choice. That's the practice of the 1%. That's how consistent creation happens. The future you isn't ahead of you. They're already here as a living possibility inside your awareness. Every breath is a chance to align with them. Every choice is a chance to be them. And when you do, consistently, reality reorganizes around you, not by force, not by luck, but because you've stopped blocking the universe's natural response to your frequency. This is how quantum leaps happen, how lives transform overnight, not by breaking physics, but by mastering consciousness. Now, if this resonates, drop this in the comments. I am ready to embody what I seek instead of chasing what I lack. Say it like a vow. This isn't just words, it's your signal to the field. I'm stepping into the 1%, because when you truly live this, not just think it, your entire experience of life shifts. You stop feeling separate from what you want. You stop waiting for fulfillment out there. You realize what you've been seeking is what you are: peace, love, abundance, creativity. There, not destinations. They're your natural state. Once you stop interfering with it, this is the ultimate truth the 1% live by. You're not trying to become someone. You're remembering your consciousness itself, infinite, creative, whole. From this place, manifestation isn't effort, it's expression. Synchronicity isn't magic, it's normal. Flow isn't rare, It's your default. You're not chasing change. You are the change. You are the shift. You are the transformation. The universe didn't wait for you because you're special. It waited because you are consciousness waking up to itself through you. Welcome home. Welcome to the 1%. Welcome to a life where possibility isn't something you find, it's who you are. And now, if you're ready to go deeper into how your observer awareness shapes reality itself, watch closely because you hold the key. Master your observation, and you move from passive viewer to conscious creator of every moment.